There are many incidents that happen every day, but some of these incidents are just too disturbing to think about. Today we are looking at incidents that will never be forgotten because they are too disturbing. This first incident is called the face split incident. This man just wanted to have fun.
Face split incident.
The face split incident took place in Spain back in 2009. It all started when two brothers were swimming in the ocean and decided to jump off a cliff. The first brother jumped perfectly and landed safely in the water, without injuries. Then it was the second brother's turn. He was ready to jump, but when he did, he landed on a concrete, splitting his face open.
Oh my gosh, angels. I feel so bad for this guy. Comment RIP in the comments.
Fell into the water. As he floated, his head was completely covered in blood, staining the water around him red. He was rushed to the hospital, and the doctors tried everything to save him, but he sadly died. There's a video of the incident, but I'd rather not watch it. It's too disturbing. Stay safe.
Wow, that is crazy. I have no idea why that guy would jump off a cliff. If my brother told me to do that, I would push him in the water and tell him no. This next incident is about a mukbanger. He ate things that he shouldn't eat, which got him arrested. Let's just watch this video.
Samantha Mukbangs.
There was a man from Indonesia. He was known on the year 2003 that he is a mukbanger. He was born in March 3.1972 and was known as HORRIFYING because one day there was a man that died and need to not be buried on the grave. And the man which is known that he is a mukbanger started eating the dead body.
Well, angels, that is just scary. I would never do such a thing. I get why people call him Horror Man lol. I hope this man gets in jail for his life. I also feel bad for the guy that he ate. This is the creepiest so far.
Found the grave open and called the police, and the police quickly arrived and arrested the man. Well, that's all I know.
Wow, angels, I never knew a mukbanger this dark and evil. This next incident is just too disturbing to think about because it's so yucky. It's called Two Girls One Cup. Let's watch this explanation video.
2 girls, 1 cup.
So there was this. 2 girls that were in a sleepover and alone in their house. But what the other girl did was horrible, and the one discussed one thing because the girl one said, "Hey, let's go get a cup and go POOP and let's eat it." And what's more crazy is that the girl too said sure.
Wow, angels, that is just gross. If a baby did it, it would be disgusting but makes sense. But teenagers.
And then when they got the cup, they started POOP wanting dot in it and then laughing, and after they laughed they ate their own POOP, but then their neighbor saw them, and the neighbor decided to call the police. Then they were both arrested for the one disgust wanting crime. That's all by and
Eating their own poop is psycho behavior, since it is so naughty and nasty. This next incident is called 3 Men, 1 Hammer. Let's just get straight into the video.
Hammer.
there was this man that was peacefully riding in his bike until these 2 guys came up to him and smashed his bike's wheels with a hammer, and after that, they then smashed the man's H34D, and the man was bleeding so hard.
Oh my god, angels, I actually got the chills from that story. Imagine if they post the pictures of it on social media. Let's carry on.
As they then carried his BOD to a snowy forest. The BOD of the man was then putted laying down in the snow, and then the other man pulled out a screwdriver and stabbed the man's tummy countless times. The poor man was bleeding in his mouth, and while he was breathing, the BOD on his mouth were bubbling. They then also stabbed the man's left eye, which bleeded so much. After that, they tied his D34D BOD on a tree and started
Wow, angels, that is probably the worst way to D1E. I hope these guys get arrested for K1 laying an innocent man. This next incident is about another mukbanger, but not as disturbing as the last.
Before we start, can you follow me on Roblox? Thanks. This all started when a man from the Philippines decided to do mukbang.videos to earn money and to help his family for it. A few days later, not long ago, some of his so-called follower challenged him to eat a chicken bone, which is not very good for people. He made that video and gained much views, but what he didn't know is that he died just after a few days, and the person who challenged him to do that hasn't been arrested. Like, why? I feel absolutely bad about that man, even though he don't know me. And if you want to support him, he has a TikTok. Here's his user. And his brother are the one doing the mukbangs now, because Rogelio died. Condolences.
I never knew a chicken bone wasn't good for people like us humans. Maybe it's too hard for our teeth. This next incident is called the skin incident. A sailor was on a boat in the ocean until he saw the skin of a woman that sadly passed away.
Cases in Polish history. On January 6, 1999, a sailor in Poland noticed something strange floating on the river. It was long and pale and it smelled very bad. And as he leaned in closer to get a better look, he saw an ear attached to it. Now what I'm about to say next is very disturbing, so be warned. After the sailor found this substance, DNA testing then indicated it was the skin of a missing woman named Katarzyna Zawada.
Wow, angels. This is very disturbing. I wonder how she went missing.
And whoever did this to her turned her skin into a suit and was likely wearing it. So at this point, only her skin was found. Until January 14th, when pieces of her clothing and one leg was found also in the river. 17 years later, 52-year-old Robert J. was arrested for this. He previously worked in a dissection lab, meaning he was skilled in preparing animal skin. And he allegedly also knew the victim. As of October 2022, 23 years since the victim was found, Robert J. is still awaiting trial. As he remains in custody, investigators are allegedly gathering more evidence to solve the case. Follow for more.
Oh my god, angels, this story is very odd and disturbing. I never knew you could wear someone's skin as a suit if you were so cruel. This next incident is about a cartoon, but it has a sad backstory.
The Dancing Fox. BTWPLS support my Roblox account. Thank you. There was a man who wanted to make a kid's cartoon with a fox, but the problem was that he didn't have a fox. He went to the forest to search for a dead fox. After he found a dead fox, he started to rip the fox's skin off, and he took the fox's organs out.
Oh my god, I literal got the chills again from that. Imagine if the fox was a baby. You could just get a fox puppet. This next incident is called the fire breather incident, I think.
Incidents, Part 2.
Fire breather incident.
This man was from USA. He is known for breathing in fire, which is his talent. But one day, something tragic incident had happened during the show. During his performance, he was lighting up a fire on a torch or whatever it's called, and putted it in his mouth. But then, he accidentally swallowed some of the fuel. After it, he then burped, and the fire was under his stomach.
Oh my goodness, angels. I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
After just 1 second, his stomach and body exploded, and the people who was watching him perform thought it was part of the acting, and his body parts went on people's faces. Later on, his head was found on the popcorn machine.
Oh my god, angels, that is crazy. Follow my Roblox group for a shout out. If you made it this far, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment puppy to confuse others. Bye, my angels.